Wildcat Central Halftime Show. I'm your host, Michaela Woodfork. Let's take a break away from the men's game against Grace and take a look at some other Wildcat events from this past week. The indoor track and field teams hosted the two-day Crossroads League Championship. The women finished the tournament in second place with 148.5 points, and the men tied with Grace in third place with 93 points. The Wildcats collected 18 All-Crossroads League honors, and Stephen Ott and Jessica Sprinkles both set new school records. The tennis team is back, and our Wildcats have come back with a bang. The number 17 ranked men's tennis team competed against number 14 ranked Lawrence Tech University and won 4-0. Next, the number 9 ranked women's team beat the number 23 ranked Lawrence Tech women's team 4-0. The softball team is also back out on the field. The women had a doubleheader against Asbury University. In the first game, the ladies won 6-2, and in the second game, the ladies won 15-5 after 5 innings. Senior Sydney Williams scored the first home run of the season in the second game at the top of the second, making it her 8th career home run. Staying in the field, baseball also had a doubleheader. They went up against Ohio Christian and won the first game 13-0 and then won the second game 6-1. Competitive cheer competed in the Saints Spectacular and finished in third place out of 11 teams. And finally, both the men's and women's basketball teams faced Spring Arbor. First, the women won in a close game 46-43. Next, the men won 96-77. Noah Smith led the Wildcats in scoring with 23 points, and Seth Maxwell made 3 blocks, putting him at 69 total, ranking him 4th in blocks in the NAIA Division II Men's Basketball League. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Donovan Edwards talks with Tanner Rubio from the men's basketball team. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Wildcat Central Halftime Show. Student producer Donovan Edwards got a chance to talk with transfer student Tanner Rubio earlier this week to find out what it's like to be a transfer on the men's basketball team. Donovan?
Thanks, Michaela. This week I'm joined with senior guard Tanner Rubio here and graduate senior transfer actually. And we're going to play the free throw game that I played in high school. 1st to 10 actually loses. Streak starts at 1. If you keep making them, we keep going up and score. First one to miss gets all those points. Tanner, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Now, Tanner, you can go ahead and shoot first.
All right.
I saw on your Instagram lately that people are saying you can't guard. What's up with that?
Just a couple, when I was younger, I hated defense, and all my friends to this day still assume that I can't guard. So anytime I do something productive or good on defense, they let me know about it.
Being a graduate senior from Jacksonville University, how did you hear about Little Indiana Wesleyan up here in Marion?
Well, my previous school, Jacksonville University, my assistant coach, I told him I was transferring, and he was really good friends with Coach Clark, and he said, I have a school in Indiana for you. And he hooked me up with a phone call, and it was the greatest conversation I ever had with an assistant coach, and the rest is history. A little tough being away from home, but the second I stepped foot on this campus, these guys were just nothing but loving and basically just making my last year of basketball the most fun and the most enjoyable it can be. And at this point, it kind of feels like a home away from home. So I'm super thankful for it.
All right. Now, people may be wondering why I'm wearing the clothes I am. Tanner, you're from Maitland, Florida, so I had to bring some of his home vibes to the court up here. Did you hear about the I am third aspect from Coach Tonigal before he came here?
Yeah, so it was definitely new to me. I mean, I have, my relationship with God has always been kind of like a roller coaster, and so is life. But one of the coolest things about this place is just challenging the status quo of always putting yourself first and your own happiness. He instills this foundation of love where you put God first, others second and yourself third, it's amazing how life can be so much more enjoyable because of that process when you're just out there serving others.
Because people always see this little 6-foot guard. I mean, I think this is probably going to be the closest to height I'm going to be to anyone, as long as I'm doing this. So how do you kind of use your, body to really go up against taller opponents?
Well, I've been short my whole life. I kind of peaked in 10th grade. I stopped growing, and I just kind of accepted it. And I just wasn't going to allow my height to define the way I play basketball. So naturally, I had to become smarter, quicker. Oof. Did I just lose?
I just won.
Did I just lose?
This is 2 for 2 for me. I beat Kanan last week. You can go ahead and finish what you're saying.
No, I just had to become quicker and smarter and just understand what I can do to impact the game other than scoring. I mean, I'm a capable scorer, but as long as my role goes, if it means getting guys involved or playing defense as I should, just buying into whatever needs to be done for me.
All right, well, thank you, Tanner, for joining us.
Appreciate it. Can't believe you just won.
I'm 2 for 3 now. I lost to Kyle, then I beat Kanan, now I beat Tanner. And so this has been another on-the-court experience here with Tanner Rubio. Back to you, Michaela.
Wow, from Florida to Indiana, what an interesting choice. Well, that will do it for this edition of the Wildcat Central Halftime Show. Remember, if you ever want more information about Wildcat sports, you can visit our social media or find us on YouTube at WIWU TV. Now let's get you back to the second half of the men's game against Grace. I'm Michaela Woodfork, and you've been watching the Wildcat Central Halftime.